Okay. Truthfully, we didn't just suddenly become comfortable people. Like overnight, we just became comfortable without plans, visions, or actively working at anything, right? Because that is basically our lives. We are not actively working at anything, just. So I think from when we're little, one thing people didn't know is that or one thing you don't know about us is the fact that we're even also last born for 10 years, right? So in addition to being
Twins.
twins, we're also last borns for 10 years and heavily being catered to by a lot of people. Like we said earlier, twin privileges, and then you're now last born again, so no serious responsibilities. So even though our family is like, the fact that we're in two phases. So we're even still referred to as the last one of the first phase. Last one of the first phase. So there are no expectations or anything. From when we were little, right? People that our dad helped, maybe he bought your photographer, he bought your first camera for they always pay homage. So many times to get things. Oh, extra during Christmas, there's something extra for the twins. So we always have
Every
several
now and then,
clothes.
those privileges.
Yes, several
But
clothes.
but then sorry to cut you short,
No, it's
but
fine.
on my own end, I didn't really quite feel like it was anything. I didn't intentionally relax.
Okay.
I didn't intentionally relax. I've always had that dream, that mindset to be more. That picture of being more, of being someone out there,
Fulfilling purpose and
fulfilling purpose, meeting people, one need or the other, being there for people who were not capable and all. I've always known that right from time, but I do not know if it's the force of nature. I do not know, honestly. I don't know where that comfort came from, that lack of. But I would say probably because maybe as a result of living life, and living life, life struggles, life, maybe milestones and all. I try to meet each milestone and all. So probably with the challenges that came with it, I just started living, life on that. Will I say monotonous lifestyle? Without any goal or purpose.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. So yes, that's that. But on my side, I could say that being supported from the beginning, like being extra supported at every turn, because of where you find yourself, the people you're surrounded with, and all of that. And then there are no, yeah, growing up basically, it came with a lot of privileges, I must say. I must say. So I rarely thought beyond myself. I really thought beyond. I always knew that there was something I could give. Every time I encountered people, it was like, oh, that is a laudable goal. That is profound. That, wow, you're such an inspiration. But on my own, when I go back, it's always like this, just the noun, the small, would I say myopic? I don't know, but somehow, yes. So, okay, so saying that all of this support that you are you saying that is more of the milestones, the lives, ups and downs, raising kids, and all of those things that put you in the sleep mode? That is more of it than the fact that you did not really, you are not really at the point of I have nothing else to do. I have no choice. Yes, we are never really at the point of I have no choice, but I must get up and get this done. So you're trying to say that it's more of natural factors than
No, no. Okay. It's not more of natural factor. Now thinking about it, I would say that the support and help contributed to being in that sleep mode, that lay back mode. There wasn't that force. Some people, when you ask some people, they tell you hunger. When you ask them their success story, they say it's hunger. Some people will be like, okay, I needed to feed my parents, I needed to do this, I needed to scale through school, you know. But so I would say yes, is a major factor to my present condition. The fact that you know there's always help from somewhere.
Yes.
The fact that there's always someone that will come to my aid. You know, when there's no food to eat, when there's no so it's a major factor. Yeah.
And
aside the natural factor.
Do you know the fun fact? We are like the most hardworking members of our family. We are extremely. Do you know that she works in a store, a biscuit factory, before
I gained admission.
Before she gained admission into university. After a while, she works in a biscuit factory.
Yes.
At every point in our lives,
load a van.
yes.
You know.
At every point in our lives, we had something doing, right? So it's not like we just lay down watching Nollywood, watching TV, no. That's not the truth about us. So you don't get us wrong. We've actually been hardworking at every point, but the fact that there was no intentionality, right?
Yes, no intentionality, no purpose driven.
Yeah. So we know that this is where we're supposed to be, right? We're supposed to be here. God has put something on our inside. We are supposed to be light, you know, to be light.
Yes.
Fun fact, every of our birthday, Isaiah 6 is a scripture. So it's like every of our birthday. So,
you know, I'm laughing because after that, you know, we wake up in the morning, this is a scripture, arise,
it's
peace,
not morning
arise,
like 6 a.m., 12 a.m., 12
peace,
12,
arise, joy,
yes,
arise,
yes,
shine. And then after that, you know, celebration,
all the gifts, a lot of gifts to come in, a lot of celebrations to come in, we feel good.
You know, family be like, we should have dinner, we should, even when they don't get to have dinner for their own body, because it's peace and joy. We should do something. Yeah. Friends will organize like a surprise dinner or something for us, lunch and all. And then after that, everybody goes back to the roller coaster, the everyday, and autopilot living, and forget the shine, the rise up and shine.
So we have never really taken it for its meaning.
Yes.
So every year we know that we are supposed to shine. We know that we're supposed to be light. This is something that is strong on our hearts. In fact, every of our birthday, from when we're in our early 20s, teens, you know, there was a night my dad saw me, because somehow I get to wake up first and then I call her. And then my dad saw me groaning, like praying by 12, making declarations and crying. And he came and said, "My daughter, are you all right?" You know, I said, "Daddy, I'm just coming." You know, so every year there's this thing, you feel so good. You know, you hear God talking to you, God instructing you, do this thing. And it will shock you that for many, 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 many years, we have known that we are supposed to be in the public space, like speak, like be
light, literally. That's
be light,
it.
literally.
Just, you know, there's someone out there that needs to hear your story. There's someone out there that what you say, you know.
Your voice is not supposed to be, you're supposed to have a loud voice.
Yes.
This is something that we have known, but we have done every other thing than be that thing.
Yes. You see why we are here, and at this point it's like an emergency.
Yes.
For us, it's like an emergency. Okay, do this. You don't have to make it perfect. You don't have to have the right tools, but be out there, because it's like this time around, the Holy Spirit or God Himself has come with Koboko to be like, and okay, should we talk about the warning now? Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
So now, it's getting help, support. It feels like for us now, I don't want to say that it's more like a curse or a blessing.
Okay, no. By the grace of God, we will never consider God's blessing a curse.
Yes.
So, but it's actually possible. I get your point. It's possible that you are the point that it's possible that excess blessing or love becomes a curse. It in a way that it stops you from fulfilling purpose. So what is supposed to help you to be the support you need to push you, like what is supposed to be like your springboard,
Yes.
becomes like, oh, because really, if we're at the point, if we're ever at the point of, if I do not get up today, there is no food on the table tomorrow. Or you look left, you look right, you cannot eat. Or you know that hunger that pushes people to say, oh, I was at the point that I looked up, I looked down, and there was nothing. Have you ever been at that point?
If I get to that point, I never, because if I get to that point, then it's because I just refuse to call for help.
So
because the moment I call, my help is at the other side of a phone call. Yes. So I've not been at that point.
Yes.
So I think I would say that the blessing, the support, the love, I think it feels like a burden to us because we're not that purpose driven. Yes. Otherwise, there are people who leverage on this support. I know a lot of them I can point to. I know close people close to me that leverage on the support and
make something out of it. Purpose. Yes.
So
so that is so that's the answer, right?
So so majorly is not a cause. Majorly is lack of drive, lack of purpose, lack of motivation or whatever.
So being unable to have the drive, being unable to clearly define your purpose and working actively towards achieving them is what stops you, and not the love. So the love and the support is just supposed to be your springboard. It's supposed to be like a natural, something that shoots you far. Because a lot of people just have a single help, and then that is just all they need.
Yes.
But so I've had a lot of people say that to me, that maybe it's because you have people to call. Because honestly, all of our lives, like she said, everything that was a need, I'm not saying want now, I'm saying a need, was just on the other side of a phone call. Not just family, friends from uni days, it's just that call. Oh, no, consider it done. So it's always been at that point. So if we're really, really people who were not carried away by the playfulness, maybe we're just too playful. Was it that we're just very serious? Maybe just the play, the laugh, just laughing, happy play, just go lucky girls.
I think I would say for me, yes, of course, play, because me, like my name, peace. I just want peace. I don't want problem. I want to be happy. I don't want headache. Whatever, I live one day at a time. Whatever comes, I don't see past. As tomorrow comes, okay, I have something that I'm doing today, so definitely tomorrow I also have that. So no plan, no foresight, no plan for the future. Just there, just there. Being comfortable with basic.
Yes. So I think it's just like we're just just barest minimum was just okay. No drive whatsoever. So so the all the things we got, the opportunities, it's something that we'll forever be grateful to God for. And right now, honestly, we are at the point of our lives that it has become expedient.
Yes. Because now it's no longer just about us.
Yes.
It's no longer just about us. It's now about others. Because at this point, I don't know about you, but in the past couple of months, people come with demands. They just see you because of the appearance, because of the looks. They just feel, oh, this person should be able to do this for me, and they come with big demands. I'm not able to do this, and then you're like, me that just, I can't even. So at this, and then you can't remain like that forever, because for someone to be able to look at you, look at others you know, people that are doing well enough, and they look at them and come to you, you know, for assistance, look for counsel, for you know, so many things that you feel, you know, that humbles you, you know, that at this point it's not just about you anymore. You have to really get up to make God proud, to make yourself proud, to make your family proud.
Yes. You know, she said something about the warning, right? That is when she asked if she could talk about the warning and all of that. So right now it's actually like we're at that point where every sign shows that you're being warned. You know, they remember the parable of talents, you know, the person who had several, who made use, and someone who had one, and you know how it is. So you're at the point that you know that everybody keeps asking you, like, they are waiting for you. They don't care. People call you and throw things on you every day. I want to imagine someone calling me to say, I want to make a multi-millionaire investment. What do you think I should do?
When you
when my car has been at the mechanic. And I'm thinking, so sometimes I just ask my husband, sweetheart, what do you think? This is what someone asked me, and he's like, okay, they say this, and you say it, and they come back and say, thank you so much, that was so profound.
Yes.
You know? So is and then people see you, people who don't know you, just say, ma, no waste time again, you know, small. No waste time again.
You know, I get that a lot as well. Like, you know, they see you and they're like, great woman, big woman, you're this, you're that, do this, and I'm like, how? Look at me. In my mind, I'm like, do they not see me? Can they not see me for who I really am? That there's nothing else other than what they can see. You know, so it's really sad. So this brings us to the point of urgency, you know,
and surrenderedness,
because considering the time that we've wasted, and hoping that even at this point that God will still make something out of us, fulfill His purpose, His mandate through us, and you know, to be able to reach as many people as He wants to reach through us.
Let us, so that we're able to shine our lights wherever we are. Let not be like, oh, these girls are still sleeping. You know, we don't know. Honestly, if we do not wake up now, thankfully we're woken up. But imagine us not waking up, and then at the end of time we're to give account, and it's like, what did you do?
What did you do with all the accolades, with all the all the you're supposed to shine already? People think you're shining, but at the end of the day, there's nothing.
There's nothing, you know. So it will really be a sad one.
Situation.
It will be a sad one. So, well, in concluding this episode. So we have established that comfort is supposed to be a leverage, right? It's supposed to
love.
Love,
support.
Family love, support is supposed to be a leverage and not a setback. Thank you for watching the video so far, right? So kindly leave a comment, let us hear your thoughts, especially if you're feeling stuck like us. Let us hear from you. We want to know that we're not alone right now in this. So leave a comment and let us, you know, feel familiar with each other. So see you again. So it's peace
and joy.
Bye.